Imagine waking up one morning and realizing the money you depend on every month has suddenly stopped. No warning letter in the mailbox, no phone call, just silence. For millions of people who rely on Social Security, that possibility is becoming a serious concern, as new changes to how the system communicates with beneficiaries move closer to reality. And if you miss just one important message, the consequences could be devastating. Today, on Rule by Seniors, we're talking about something that could affect your benefits, your bills, and your peace of mind. This is information every Social Security recipient needs to understand before 2026 arrives. Over the years, the Social Security Administration, often called the SSA, has been working to modernize the way it communicates with people. Instead of relying heavily on paper letters and traditional mail, the agency has been moving toward digital communication. That means more notices, alerts, and requests for information will be sent through email or through your online My Social Security account. At first glance, that might sound convenient. After all, the world is becoming more digital every year. Emails arrive instantly, online accounts allow faster updates, and everything can be handled with a few clicks. From the government's perspective, this system saves time and money. But here's where things become complicated. Millions of seniors across the country are not comfortable with technology. Many don't check their email regularly. Some don't even have reliable internet access. Others might not know how to log into an online account or recognize an important government message when it arrives. And that's exactly where the danger begins. Under this newer communication approach, if the SSA needs to verify your information, confirm something about your benefits, or ask you to update your records, they may send that request through email or through your online Social Security account instead of sending a paper letter through the mail. Now imagine this scenario. The SSA sends you an important message asking you to confirm information about your benefits. Maybe it lands in your spam folder. Maybe you don't check your email that week. Maybe you simply overlook it. Days pass. The deadline to respond arrives. And because no response was received, your benefits are temporarily suspended. For someone who depends on Social Security to cover rent, groceries, medication, or utilities, that situation can turn into a financial nightmare almost overnight. Suspended benefits don't necessarily mean they are gone forever. In most cases, suspended simply means the payments are paused until the required information is provided. But restarting those payments isn't always quick. It can take weeks or even months to resolve the issue. And during that time, the bills keep coming. The rent still has to be paid. The electricity bill doesn't stop. Prescriptions still need to be filled. But the monthly Social Security check you rely on might not arrive. That's why many advocates are warning seniors to start preparing now, instead of waiting until these digital communication changes become more common. One of the most important steps you can take is making sure the Social Security Administration has your correct email address on file. If you've changed emails recently, or if the SSA still has an old address you no longer check, it's critical to update that information as soon as possible. Your email should be one that you personally check regularly, ideally every day or at least several times a week. Using an email you rarely open could put you at risk of missing important messages related to your benefits. Another key step is creating your My Social Security account online if you haven't already done so. This secure account allows you to view your benefit information, track your payment history, update personal details, and receive official notices from the SSA. Setting up the account is free and can be done on the official Social Security website. If the process feels confusing, ask a trusted family member or friend to help. You can also visit your local Social Security office, where staff members can guide you through the process. Getting familiar with this system now could save you a lot of stress later. But there's another issue you should be aware of: and that's scams. Whenever there are changes to Social Security policies or communication systems, scammers see an opportunity. They send fake emails or make phone calls pretending to be government officials in an attempt to steal personal information. It's extremely important to remember that the Social Security Administration will never threaten you with arrest through an email or phone call. They will never demand immediate payment or ask you to send money to resolve an issue with your benefits. And they will never ask for your full Social Security number through an unsolicited message. If you ever receive a suspicious email or phone call claiming to be from Social Security, do not click on any links and do not provide personal information. The safest step is to go directly to the official SSA website or contact the agency using its official phone number to verify the situation. Understanding this difference can protect you from fraud. Another challenge with email communication is something many of us have experienced before. Emails don't always arrive where they should. Sometimes important messages get filtered into spam folders. Other times they're blocked by email providers or simply lost. This is one of the biggest concerns critics have raised about relying too heavily on email for critical government notices. If a message never reaches the recipient, or if it lands in a folder they never check, the consequences could still fall on the person receiving benefits. That's why some lawmakers and advocacy groups have started pushing for additional safeguards. They want the Social Security Administration to continue offering paper mail options for people who prefer traditional communication or who cannot easily access digital systems. There are also calls for stronger outreach programs to make sure seniors understand how the new communication methods work before they become the primary system. Whether these efforts lead to policy adjustments remains uncertain, but the conversation is happening. In the meantime, preparation is the best protection. If you receive Social Security retirement benefits, disability benefits, survivor benefits, or supplemental security income, this issue applies to you. It affects nearly everyone who receives payments from the Social Security Administration. Family members can also play an important role in helping loved ones stay protected. If you have parents or grandparents who rely on Social Security, take some time to sit down with them. Help them review their contact information with the SSA. Assist them in setting up their online account, and show them how to check their email for important messages. For seniors who have difficulty managing these responsibilities, it may even be possible to appoint a trusted representative who can help communicate with the SSA on their behalf. Sometimes a little assistance from family can prevent a major problem later. At the end of the day, Social Security isn't just another government program. It's money that millions of Americans spent their entire working lives contributing to. It represents decades of hard work, long hours, and taxes paid into a system designed to provide financial security later in life. And that's why staying informed matters. Changes to how information is delivered might seem small at first, but missing the wrong message at the wrong time could lead to serious consequences. So the most important thing you can do right now is simple. Make sure your contact information is updated. Create your online Social Security account if you don't have one. Check your email regularly, including your spam folder. Stay alert for scams, and talk with family members so everyone understands what's coming. Because the truth is, protecting your benefits isn't just about knowing the rules. It's about staying one step ahead of the system so nothing catches you off guard. Here at Rule by Seniors, our goal is to make sure you always have the information you need to protect your benefits, your money, and your future. If this message helped you understand what could be coming, consider sharing it with someone who might need to hear it. Sometimes, one piece of information shared at the right moment can save someone from a crisis they never saw coming. And when it comes to Social Security, staying informed today could be the difference between security and uncertainty tomorrow.